Now, we've been sharing the inspiring stories of so many of these young patients, and today we want to show you the dream home someone's going to win. I recently made a visit, and oh my goodness, is it stunning. And I also had the opportunity to talk with so many people involved in making it happen. Take a look.
Full house, full hearts. The St. Jude Dream Home Giveaway House is built on a foundation of compassion, generosity, hope, and of course, community.
Because in some way, shape, or form, you have made this possible.
This beautiful house, located in the Serenity subdivision of Fuquay Varina, is the first in the Triangle, now part of one of the largest fundraising programs for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital nationwide.
I mean, at the end of the day, the purpose of this house was to benefit a lot of people. This house is going to be special because whoever moves in is going to make their own family memories, but they can rest assured that funds from this house have gone to benefit many people.
Locally based ICG Home CEO Ryan Perry and his team designed and built this custom 3,600 square foot home valued at $865,000. The house has 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 2 flex rooms, a 3-car garage, a screened-in outdoor living space with a fireplace, state-of-the-art kitchen, a landscaped yard, and so much more.
We have had tremendous amount of donations, feedback, discounts. A lot of stuff is just pure free. So the community is really come together, and the vendor community with our vendor community has come together. But I mean, it's not just ICG Homes that brought this. It's the St. Jude Foundation and St. Jude Hospital that really drives the donations of this.
Everything in the house is credited to the donations and time of people like Perry and his team, as well as other generous local and national companies wanting to make a difference in the lives of patients and their families at St. Jude.
I think when we look at the community, we're always looking to find partners that not only can build the product, but want to be a part of the life-saving mission of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and align with the mission that is St. Jude. And so we were able to find partners within the community that are willing, one, to step up with their profession and with their trade to say, yes, I not only want to help support the kids of St. Jude, but I will offer my services to do that.
Nationwide, we've raised over $17 million. And once you take a trip to Memphis, you're hooked for life. So it's a big part of what we do. Actually, each of our stores all have actual St. Jude children paintings in our stores. So we hold it near and dear to us.
The locally owned franchise Window World is responsible for all the windows and doors in the Dream House. Partners and sponsors include appliances from Bosch, Brizo Faucets, Kichler Lighting, Shaw Floors, Train Heating and Air, and many others in the community. Speaking of communities, the winner of this house joins the Serenity neighborhood and gains access to wonderful amenities like Serenity Hall, a retreat garden, adventure playground, swimming pool, dog park, nature trails, and much more.
The minute she started talking about St. Jude, I just teared up. When we found out that Serenity was chosen for the first dream home in Raleigh, we were so proud. We're excited to see this come to fruition and to see who is going to be the lucky winner of this beautiful home.
And all it takes to win is a $100 raffle ticket.
When you buy a ticket, you always have that, it's kind of like you always have that dream of winning the lottery or buying it. But this is you're actually helping someone.
We feel like it's our duty. It's we've been blessed to be successful, and this is just one of the small ways we feel that we can give back.
For only $100, you have the chance to win a house. But most importantly, you'll be helping the mission of St. Jude, where no family will ever receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food. Made possible because of donors, sponsors, and partners right here in the Triangle. People just like you.
I remember just going to the hospital, like up in my inpatient room, thinking about what's it gonna be like.
What's it going to be like? A heartbreaking question for any parent facing a diagnosis like Thatcher's.
The words you never want to hear is your child has cancer, because it becomes a whirlwind. You don't know what to expect. There's so many unknowns.
Thatcher's father, Kendall, recalls the moment doctors discovered a 6-inch tumor in his 4-year-old son's abdomen as a sudden life shift to a total
life-changing journey.
We found out Thatcher had what is called neuroblastoma. He had stage 4 neuroblastoma, which was high risk at the stage where we found it. So not only did he have his tumor, but it had already spread throughout his body, so all of his lymph nodes, and it was pretty much everywhere, so he was very, very sick.
The family was told to go home, pack, and immediately head to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And what he describes as a terrified state of shock the entire drive to Memphis. Upon arrival, he knew they were in the right place.
When we pulled through the gates out front, there was a certain peace that just kind of overcame us. We knew that if he had a shot, that it was going to happen here. We always talk about, too, when we walked in the doors, literally the first time, we were greeted by his team. They knew we were going to be there. They knew we were arriving. They said, okay, you're here. We're going to worry about everything else. All we want you to do is be here with Thatcher and just be here for him. We're going to take care of the rest. And that is exactly what they did.
Thatcher required intense active treatments, including chemotherapy, a 10-hour tumor resection surgery, proton radiation, and 2 stem cell transplants.
I remember being in the hospital, being super hard to walk, and feeling dizzy all the time.
Hard on his body and hard life lessons as well.
Did you meet other kids and make friends?
Yeah. I made friends and lost friends.
Kendall says there is a unique bond between St. Jude families, and the St. Jude nurses and doctors do everything possible to make it fun and reduce worries. But the one thing families never have to worry about is receiving a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food.
He underwent, millions and millions of dollars of treatment. We didn't have to worry about housing. We have our house back home, but we were here and living here on campus for 18 months. They took care of all of that. His mom, my wife, she had to quit her job. She's a school teacher, so uprooted, but he was our focus, and we didn't have to worry about the rest.
All thanks to generous donors and campaigns, like the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway.
We were sitting on our couch in our living room. We had bought our $100 ticket. We're watching the giveaway in our market, just hoping that we're going to win that house, right? They were telling a patient story, and I don't remember which one of us looked at each other, and we literally said, "Can you imagine having a child with cancer and being at St. Jude? Like, can you even fathom what that would be like?" Fast forward 3 months later, we're that family. We have a very sick child at St. Jude. So I would just say, everything you hear about St. Jude, how they help the families, what they do for the kids, the research they're doing, the research that they share, the impact that they have, it's truly making a difference. What you hear is true. Every dollar you donate goes to families just like ours.
Thatcher's now in remission and going on 5 years outside of active treatment, living an active life with major decisions.
It's between a chef or an actor.
Oh, well, hello, why not both?
I could be on TV and cook.
You could.
Anything. And with a story like his and a name well earned.
What's your nickname?
Thatcher is strong.
His possibilities are endless, full of hope, and so incredibly strong. Cancer and other childhood diseases can leave parents and guardians feeling afraid, worried, and helpless. Many uprooting and moving to Memphis with the only mission being the survival of their child. But throughout the tests, treatments, and extended visits, the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital team understands how quickly life changes and how it's easy to forget life before the diagnosis.
There's so much that they're losing being here so much, but they just do such a great job of keeping our minds, or even as the parents, you know what news is about to come or what could possibly come, and we just had a lot of things to keep our minds off of that and just have fun as a family should.
One way to keep patients' minds off of that is by reading, solving math problems, science experiments, and art.
Our school facility is amazing. It's part of the family commons, which is a newer floor. It's a place that's away from the medical side of things, and so we have a library. Kids love to come and read books and check out books, and we have a science lab, and I think it's just a great place for kids to come and be kids for a little bit and feel a little bit of normalcy.
Madison is a school advocacy coordinator at St. Jude and says education is an important part of a child's life. The hospital offers 3 programs to help patients succeed in schooling.
We have our wonderful teachers who work with patients while they are here and going through their treatment, and they work with them on their schoolwork. And then when they go home, we get to step in and sort of help them navigate that transition of school might look a little bit different. They may need extra support or accommodations. They may be tired and just need to start with a shorter school day.
The teachers help patients stay long-term at St. Jude from preschool to 12th grade. Advocacy coordinators not only help the reintegration process back to classes for students and their families, but also assist the schools.
Schools often have not had a child with a catastrophic illness at their school, and so they want guidance of what can we do to help, what are things we shouldn't do, what are things we should watch for, and make sure we tell the parents, we've noticed this in the classroom.
Madison and her team talk to schools about the students' treatments and their impact on learning, and make recommendations to ensure the children are protected and get the accommodations they need.
During treatment for a catastrophic illness, school is sort of put on the back burner typically, and so going back, it can be a little overwhelming for the child to feel like I'm behind, or for the parent to know what to do to support their child. And so I think getting to step in and be that go-between, that liaison between the hospital and the school and the parent is a really powerful and helpful thing for the families.
And she says the patients are ready to jump right back into the school routine.
Most kids are very excited to go back to school. They miss their friends, and they miss just the normalcy of being a kid and going to school. Obviously, it can be difficult sometimes. Talking to your friends about what you've been through, readjusting after having such a different life experience. But overall, kids are generally pretty excited about being back in the school environment.
All part of the St. Jude mission that every child deserves a chance to live their best life and celebrate every moment.
It's really just an honor to be able to help out in that way and take a burden off of a family that has had just, a really difficult experience.